Today, we're going to be working on Regents Style Questions, word problem equations for Algebra 1. Think you got it in you? Let's see. With all the stuff that we learned so far, I'm pretty confident you guys can do it. But let's get started. A number doubled, then increased by 5 is 17. What is the number? First, you must learn how to read the word problem, then break down what it's asking. A number. We do not know what the number is, but we do know that is doubled. So it's going to be multiplied by 2. Increased by 5 means it'll be plus 5. And is 17 means it will equal 17. Using this information, we can arrange it and make an equation that can best suit this problem. When we don't know a variable, we don't know what the number is, we usually have a placeholder where we can label it with the letters X, Y, A, and that sort. In this example, I'll use the variable X. So X, or our number, is doubled times 2, then it's being added by 5, and it's equal, or is, 17. This is our equation for this question. But the question is not asking for the equation, it is asking for the number. So since it asks for the number, we then arrange it to solve for X. Minus 5, minus 5, 2x, 17 minus 5, 12, divide by 2, divide by 2, x equals 6. The answer for this question is 6. 6 is the number that we were looking for. If you got this question, you did good so far. Let's work on our next question. Maria brought 3 notebooks and a one $2 pen. She spent $11 in total. How much does one notebook cost? The question is asking the cost for one notebook. We have other things that we have to consider before we can get that one notebook cost. There's a pen that costs $2. $11 is being spent in total. And she bought something else. What did she buy? 3 notebooks. But we don't know what the cost for those 3 notebooks are neither. We don't even know when we're looking for the cost of one notebook. So you must arrange an equation based off of her cost so we can find out how much one notebook costs. So in this situation, we'll put an abbreviation or a variable. Once again, I'll use X to make it simpler. X represents the cost of one notebook. But she didn't buy one notebook, she bought 3. So it'll be 3x, which will represent the cost for 3 notebooks. But she didn't only buy 3 notebooks, she bought a $2 pen. So you must add $2. And then it's a total of $11 spent. So this whole thing is equal to $11. Let's solve this equation. Minus 2, minus 2. 3x equals 9 divided by 3 on both sides. And x here equals 3. 3 here represents the cost for one notebook. So one notebook costs $3. Okay, very good. Now our next two questions are much more difficult, but we'll still target them because they're going to be questions that are going to be asked on the Regents. The Regents will definitely give you these kind of questions. So let's target these. Adult tickets cost $10. Student tickets cost $6. A total of 80 tickets were sold, bringing in $640. How many adult tickets and how many student tickets were sold? Our question asks how many adult tickets and student tickets for each group. Adult tickets are $10 and student tickets are $6. But these are two different groups, so you must give them two different variables. In this situation, I will make adult tickets represented as X and student tickets represented as Y. These two tickets combined together, or X plus Y, representing adult and student, are a total of 80 tickets that were sold. The next portion of the question, because it gives us another equation, is that 10 adult tickets, or the cost of adult tickets are $10, or 10x, and the student tickets are $6 each, or 6y. And altogether, it totals up to $640. So the best way we can do it in this kind of question, we can do it in two ways. First way is substitution. We can set one of these equations, looking at the top equation, I'll label this 1, I'll label this 2. We can set the equation in 1 so that one variable is on one side, and we can plug it in to the variables on the equation 2. Let's do that one first. I'm going to write out our equation 1 on the side again, and let's pretend like we're solving only for x. So that means I want to get y moved away. So I'll do minus y, and here x equals 80 minus y, which means anytime I see an x in my second equation, I can just plug in 80 minus y. So let's try that out. 10, and I plug in our 80 minus y, plus 6y equals 640. Now we can do our distributive property, which is 800 minus 10y plus 6y equals 640. Keep our like terms. Like terms are opposite. Negative for y. And make this equal to 640. Another set of like terms. The 800 we want to move. So we move the 800. For y is negative. And 800 minus 640, because it's opposite signs, 160. Negative 160. Divided by negative 4 on both sides. and y equals 40. And what does y represent? Y represent the number of student tickets. So this is 40 student tickets. Now I can take this answer that we have here and plug it into our original equation, the first one, and I can now solve for the amount of adult tickets. So here I would have, I'll write it here on the side, on this side, x, which we're trying to solve. We already have the number of student tickets is plus 40, and we know altogether it equals 80 tickets. Subtract the 40 on both sides, and we know that x, or the number of adult tickets, is 40. So you have here 40 adult tickets and 40 student tickets. This is one way we can solve this question. Now I will show you the other way we solve this question as well. Another way we can solve this question is to try to get these two equations to cancel out their like terms. We have like terms with x and x, this x and this x. We want to have them to be common. So I need them to cancel out each other, or I can have the y's cancel out each other. Either way, we can cancel them out, and then we can then solve for the remaining variables. I'll show you how it looks. The x on the bottom for number 2 is 10x. So to have the x's cancel out, I would have to make the top, this whole top part, multiplied by -10. That way, the x's on the top and the bottom can cancel out. Let's try this out. X plus y equals 80 multiplied by -10, which would then equal -10x. All of this is distributive property. Minus 10y equals -800. Now I'll use this and I'll compare it to our second equation. -10x, 10y, -800, 10x. Using a different color. 10x plus 6y equals 640. The x's on the top and the bottom cancel out. We are now left with the like terms of the y's, -4y, -160, where we divide by 4, and we get that y, once again for the students, is 40 student tickets. And then we can go back and then plug it in to the original, and then also find out that x equals 40 adult tickets. Either way, it's your choice which way you'd rather choose to do this kind of question. But here we got our answers are 40 student tickets and 40 adult tickets. Our last question we will also work on, and it's a two-part question, so it's going to take a little bit more time as well. A gym charges a one-time membership fee of $25 plus $15 per month. Another gym charges a one-time membership fee of $55 plus $10 per month. The first part of the question is asking how many months will the total cost of both gyms be the same? And the next part says, what is the total cost at that point? So let's just play around. two gyms. One gym is Blink, and one gym, Planet Fitness. You can comment down below which gym you would prefer, just to see what kind of members I got, what kind of audience members I have. Do I have Blink members, or do I have Planet Fitness members? Here in Blink, Blink costs $25 plus $15 per month. We do not know how many months because that's what we're looking for. The first question is asking how many months. Will they both be the same? But the number of months are not specified. So this will be our variable. Here, we'll just make it an X. Same thing goes for the other gym. We don't know the number of months, so it's also an X. The X represents the number of months. So Blink is $15 per month plus $25. This is Blink's rate. The other gym, or Planet Fitness, they have their rate, and they said theirs is $10 per month plus $55 for the membership fee. At what point will the months be the same? So in this question, what it's asking is for us to set it equal to each other to find out the number of months where both of these rates will intersect. That's what we'll do. In a different color, we have 15x plus 25 for Blink, and we set this equal to 10x plus 55. Switch it back to black. Get our like terms on one side. So I will minus 10x on both sides first for the variables. 5x, because it's opposite sign, plus 25 equals 55 on the other end. Variables minus 25 minus 25. 5x equals 30. Divide by 5. Here, x equals 6. And what does 6 represent? 6 is the number of months. So in 6 months, it doesn't matter how much more money it may cost for one or the other, they will both have the same cost at 6 months. So our answer for the first part is 6 in this two-part question. The next part is asking what is the total cost at that point? This means that we must take our answer, or the 6 that we received, and plug it into either this equation or this equation. It does not matter which one you plug it into. Why? Because it said in the first part that the total cost for both gyms will be the same. So let's try it. We'll compare for Blink and Fitness, Planet Fitness. We have here 6 representing, that's representing 6 months. 15 times 6 plus 25, which is 90 plus 25, which equals 115. And on the other end, for Planet Fitness, 10 times 6 plus 55 times 10 is 60 plus 55, which is also 115. So it doesn't matter which answer we pick, it's still going to be the total cost at that point would be $115. So there you have it. These are our Algebra 1 Regent style questions. Make sure you comment, like the video, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.